Welcome to the Halo Complete Story. We are here to help you understand the lore and concepts behind the Halo franchise and help give you a better understanding of the game that you're probably trying to dive into. Today we'll be answering the question, what are the Spartans? A Spartan is in short a physically, genetically, technologically, and mentally superior super soldier used as the fighting force of the UNSC military. They started in the 22nd century as the bioengineered answer to the interplanetary war. And once it was established that this was the direction that the humans would be going in, experimentation into equipment and augmentations that would turn a human into something more was greenlit. The idea is that these faster and stronger humans would be held in reserve until needed, and that eventually they would be fully deployed in the Human Covenant War. Spartan soldiers were named after the Spartans of Greece, but the name was chosen for actual reasons, not because it would be cool. First, Catherine Hazley, the creator, felt the story of the Spartans was still well known and cherished, and the project was backed by 300 applicants. Plus, their reputation for fierce training, which began at age 6, was something that she wanted to take in consideration and use as a basis for her own training programs. Using the same idea of starting young, Dr. Hazley intended to create a training program that would be just as intense. But before there were Spartans, there was the precursor to the Spartan program, which began on April 23-21 as the Orion Project. It was launched by the Office of Naval Intelligence, and the overall idea was to increase the effectiveness of the colonial military authority's soldiers. But it failed due to a lack of funds and poor results. And the results were so poor that the 5 soldiers that survived were placed back into active military duty only to die a year later of undisclosed causes. Almost 150 years later, the Office of Naval Intelligence relaunched the Orion Project in secret, with the goal of correcting their previous mistakes. They set the project up in the orbital docks of Reach, and they selected their candidates from the Special Forces arms of the military. Initially, they passed 165 soldiers through the program, and when they were needed for Operation Charlemagne, the Spartans were sent in on their first mission. Their mission was to squash the insurgents that had launched a series of attacks on Arandius II. They scored a decisive victory, and they won with only 1 casualty on the Spartan side. To make things even better for them, they accomplished this without even being seen, and therefore rumors of their existence started. But even though they were a massive success, they still fell short of their expected goals, and they were deemed far too expensive to make, thus ending the project. That is until 2506, when Dr. Catherine Hazley decided that she could make the project better, and she dubbed it the Spartan II Project. The military approved it because the insurgents were growing more and more effective and they needed an answer. And in 2517, the project started, and the Spartans proved to be the most effective weapon against the insurgents. Then when the Human Covenant War started in 2525, the Spartans were deployed to face off against the alien menace. This sent the Spartan IIs back into battle against the insurgents and also against the Covenant, proving them to be the most effective weapons on both fronts. John 117, or Master Chief as he would more famously be known as, is a Spartan II, and he was born in 2511 and identified as a prime candidate by Dr. Hazley herself at age 6. But eventually, as the war against the Covenant pushed on, Ani activated another program, known as the Spartan III program. The idea was spearheaded by Colonel James Ackerson, and the goal was to make Spartans that were produced more quickly and at a lower cost, and had a lower life expectancy. These Spartans were supposed to be used for high-risk operations that would remain a secret, and the Spartan IIIs were taken from orphanages and then taken to planet Onyx for training. This led them to be trained, deployed, and killed throughout the entire war. The Noble Team of Halo Reach is a team of Spartan IIIs that were sent on countless suicide missions. We now come to the Spartan Force, and they are the 4th generation of this project, and it was decided that at this phase of the program, they would only accept adult volunteers again. They wouldn't be recruiting children for suicide missions, and they even allowed the original Spartan members that had survived to be integrated into this new program. This is where Agent Locke, or Jameson Locke, the newest hero to join the Halo franchise, falls in. And that is the history of the Spartan program and each group. There is more behind this, such as the people that devised the programs and the heroes of each program, such as Master Chief, the Noble Team, and Agent Locke, but we'll be doing individual videos for each of them eventually. Make sure you let us know in the comments down below what confuses you the most about the Halo franchise, so that we can focus on that and explain it for you, and follow us on Twitter @EligibleMonster. I'm Benny, and I'll see you guys next time right here.